Let's bring in South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace, a member of the House Oversight Committee. So this judge, Congresswoman, says that the sanctuary city policies can go on. Do you think that this will stand on appeal?
I don't think that it will, but I want to preface that as an activist judge, that is not putting our Constitution or our laws first. And J.B. Pritzker, governor of Illinois, praised this decision, and this is why Democrats are failing. It's why their approval rating is less than 20%, because they cannot keep up with Donald Trump, who is doing the work for the American people, having millions of illegals deported, and doing the right thing by showing that we are a nation of laws and we're going to follow them. And I hope that we can replace these judges sooner rather than later. These people have to be impeached. We cannot continue to go on like this. And just last year in South Carolina, I had a sanctuary sheriff in a bright red state when no statewide elected official would speak up against a sanctuary sheriff letting out illegals who are rapists, murderers, and pedophiles. I got her fired because I spoke up, and we have to have Republicans and conservatives do that all across the country.
Well, speaking of speaking up, J.B. Pritzker, the governor of Illinois, released this statement about the judge's ruling. He writes, "Illinois ensures law enforcement time and energy is spent fighting crime, not carrying out the Trump administration's unlawful policies or troubling tactics. What Illinois will not do is participate in the Trump administration's violations of the law and abuses of power." Take that one on, Congresswoman. Violations of the law?
Well, I can think of nothing more hypocritical. Donald Trump is enforcing the law. Donald Trump is getting criminal illegals off the streets of every state in the country and deporting them back to their home countries. He's actually enforcing the law and keeping our communities safer, and that's why J.B. Pritzker is no Donald Trump, and he will never be president.
I want to put up a graphic that shows just in New York City how many detainers have been issued by Immigrations and Customs Enforcement. 9,472 during the entire Biden administration. 6,025 so far in the Trump administration, which is what, about 5-6 months old. So it is up 400% over the Joe Biden years. Clearly, there's a new sheriff in town.
New sheriff in town. I have to tell you, one of my favorite things to watch on YouTube these days are the court hearings where illegals are in court and ICE shows up to drag them out of court and deport them. I can think of nothing more American today than keeping our streets safer by getting those violent criminals out of the United States of America, and we all have Donald J. Trump to thank for it.
Take a look at the sanctuary city laws where the Department of Justice is filing suit to try to get those eliminated or curtailed. They exist in Rochester, New York City, Jersey City, Patterson, Hoboken, Newark, Los Angeles, and even in Colorado. The Department of Justice doesn't like the idea that, states and cities are kind of running amok, in their view, with these sanctuary laws.
Well, I have a bill that would defund and take tax breaks away from sanctuary cities all across the country. And again, I come from a red state. We had a sanctuary sheriff that went rogue last year, and I was the only top Republican calling it out. And I got her unelected and got her fired from that job in a very blue county that Kamala won. We fired a Democrat sheriff because even in South Carolina, Democrats and Republicans alike, they don't want the sanctuary policies, and that's why Democrats are going to continue to fail at the ballot box, because they're putting illegals over real, true American citizens.
Talking about the ballot box, let's talk about your political future. Here is a headline from the New Hampshire Union Leader. It says, in the first New Hampshire appearance, Nancy Mace all but confirms a run for South Carolina governor. Is that in the cards for you, Congresswoman?
Well, I will be making a decision over the next couple of days about my future. I believe I may be forced to run for governor because I can't watch my beautiful red state of South Carolina go woke. It's gone woke over the last couple of years. This is a two-man race if I get in between me and Alan Wilson, the South Carolina Attorney General, who likes to put pedophiles on trial and give them 1 day in jail served. And so I don't believe that the South Carolina people will go for that, but we'll be making a decision about my future over the next couple of days, and we're excited about it.
Here's an ex-post that you put out. You write, "It's time South Carolina fought as hard for its taxpayers as they fight to make a living. If I were governor, we'd kick off a 5-year plan to eliminate state income tax. Because you earned your paycheck, Columbia didn't." Talking about Columbia South Carolina there. How do you, if you get rid of the state income tax, what do you replace it with?
Well, we would grow our economy that way, and so that's one of the ways that South Carolina can grow its economy. But here in the Southeast, we have a 6.2% state income tax. It's the highest in the Southeast. We cannot compete with Florida, Tennessee, North Carolina, or Georgia. If we were to freeze our general fund spending to about $12 billion over the next 5 years and maybe cut earmarks, we could execute it a little bit faster in under 5 years. But we can get to zero state income tax. Look at Florida now. Governor DeSantis is now trying to get rid of the property tax in Florida. So the future's bright for South Carolina, but only if we have a conservative leader who can map out a plan for education, for taxes, for illegal immigration, to protect women and kids. We're a red state. We have state-funded schools that have 15 genders on their college application forms, and male and female aren't two of them. And so we have a lot to clean up in South Carolina, but we also have a lot of opportunity to be competitive with other states and grow our economy bigger, better than ever before.
South Carolina Congresswoman Nancy Mace. Congresswoman, thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.